So having some coffee here is a swallow of pride because I realize I've been wrong here a little bit, but I'll get to further explanation on it in a minute. So, my esteemed colleague here, the skeptic, no, I'm kidding, I've never been in contact with him, wait a minute. Oh, it's a woman. I'm not an atheist nor a theist. Well, I don't know how one can be neither, but whatever, I'm not going to argue. Oh, so it's a female. Okay. Think of your ancestors who died who never heard of your Jesus or Muhammad. Okay, so again, she's talking about people who lived before Christianity's establishment, which was 2,000 years ago or whatever. For autocorrect, somebody who is terrified of me. Nope, Christ preached the gospel to those in Sheol. Now, the mistake I made, so I essentially owe autocorrect an apology here, is that Jesus spoke to the dead people who the skeptic is referring to, the people before Christianity. So the problem is, and this is a very fundamental and absolute problem, so Adam and Eve were not the first humans created. People lived before their existence as God created them. How can that be? Now, I neglected to look into Sheol last time. Another error I made. Well, I didn't think it was necessary, however it's pronounced. Desiring God. A very peculiar thing here. Desiring God. How is God desirable? Oh wait, yeah. You Christians are either sick in the head or you're brainwashed. That's how. Okay, so what is Sheol? Exploring the afterlife in the Old Testament. Wait a minute. The afterlife in the Old Testament. So, an afterlife existed before the Bible was written? What? I don't know exactly what abstract is, but I'll read it anyway. Several dozen times throughout Scripture, the word Sheol appears in reference to the afterlife. So it's the afterlife, an unproven realm of existence. Okay. So it had to have been created in biblical times. Even then, even if this world did exist, Jesus had to talk with, or had to preach to, how many people? I mean, how many people have died, or how many people have been born within the past, how long has it been? 100,000 years of human existence, or human history? That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of preaching. So, the Old Testament portrays Sheol as the bunker of humanity's enemy, the devil, in the exilic wilderness away from the promised land. Okay, so Sheol is the bunker of humanity's enemy. It's the devil's bunker. What? Maybe I'm not so wrong after all. This Sheol is a biblical place, not a real one, which means it couldn't exist. Or are they trying to say those dead people are delivered to it, testified to his power, raise people up from the depths of Sheol in Jesus? Well, naturally people would say that, oh yeah, that's how it happened. Because I just gave them the idea that, oh, well, I guess the dead people were transferred to this Sheol place. Okay, I know what Sheol is now. So let's dig in a little bit further here. Forgive my ignorance. Where does it say Christ preached the gospel to those in Sheol? His descent into the underworld is alluded to in the New Testament, which states that good tidings proclaimed to the dead. Also Ephesians. Sheol isn't... Wait. Which states that the good tidings were proclaimed to the dead. Which states that Christ descended into the lower parts of the earth. Huh? So Sheol is in the earth? How can it be in the earth? Okay, so... is alluded in the... Yeah, but still, it's only alluded. But my question still stands, though. That means that Adam and Eve were not the first humans. Christianity is only 2,000 years old. I don't know. Which states that the good tidings... How were they good tidings anyway? Getting into my psychological shit here. Were proclaimed to the dead. You know, yeah, they're good. How are they good? How were they good tidings, or how are they good tidings? Which states that Christ descended into the lower parts of the earth. Well, why doesn't it just say Sheol? It's the site I just looked at confirmed that Sheol is indeed biblical. So why doesn't the Bible state Sheol? Why is it so hard? Why does it have to be cryptic or whatever? Okay. Yeah, I'll go to my video. Just go to my fucking video, you jackass. Why does YouTube have to suck so fucking bad? Okay, so... Crypto comics. No, am I getting all this? It's a little bit off, but oh well. I don't know what Sheol is in questioning where does it say Christ preached to the dead shows a severe lack of study on your part, which I just remedied. Which makes you appear angry over something you were uneducated on. Not really, because my original understanding, which I admit to, was, well, which is now, I don't know, unconfirmed to be wrong, was that the skeptic was referring to people who lived before. You don't seem to understand that for some reason. So I can't remember what I said in this video, but I'm pretty sure that the existence of Sheol was irrelevant for that reason. That's why I didn't look it up. So no, that's a straw man. Which makes, yeah, okay, so calling others stupid for providing accurate how were they accurate? Crypto. Does not reflect well on you. And no, it doesn't actually, because I just read from it. It's cryptic. Sheol isn't even mentioned in the passages autocorrect provided. So no, this is also wrong. No, you're the one being stupid here. I will attempt to assist your understanding in these matters. Okay, I've already read all this. It's a Jewish term. I didn't know. Okay, so there's more information here. Hades is the Greek term. Sheol is compartmentalized into the abyss lake of fire. Okay, I've read that. And the bosom of Abraham. This is where the dead go. Says who? You? Or, well, the Bible? But you're forgetting that the Bible wasn't written yet. Christianity was not established yet. We're talking people before the biblical times. What part of that don't you fucking... You're calling me stupid, but you just can't you just can't get that in your thick fucking skull. Crypto. Sheol is a biblical term or a biblical place. It's not proven to exist. Of course, I don't care if it is proven to exist because it's shit. Even if it is real. Okay, so I understand all that shit. Now, Revelation 20:12 explained what happens to those souls who never heard of. Well, it doesn't matter. Even if this is true, this means that Adam and Eve were not the first humans as created by God. They were not the first humans. Be blessed in mind and action. What does that even mean? Be blessed in mind. And study that. I won't. Stuffy. No, I'm not going to bother. So this is something I didn't even consider. Okay, this guy's. I just replied to that. What happens when something reaches the edge of a black hole? Time stands still. Is this not the same as death? Who made death a reality, crypto? And how is death good? You got people whine about it. It's the main reason a lot of people turn to this religion, ironically believing that God created death and, well, God made death our reality, which you guys would say is a result of free will, making it our fault, but God still caused it. That precious cop-out of free will that you guys depend so harshly on. Some wish to be with the Lord and why? What does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with people dying before the biblical era of human history? Others, like my late uncle, seemed eager to be cast into the darkness where there is eternal stillness and silence, may still be called Revelation the second. What are you talking about? You're going on about nothing. It has nothing to do with anything. Okay. Jesus' sacrifice was once for all time. Even before the Bible was written? Before and after all believes the one true God. Jesus' sacrifice was once for all, before and after for anyone who believes. So what's your point? What does that have to do with people who lived before the Bible times, era, whatever you want to call it? And everyone before and after have the same knowledge of the one. What? Jesus didn't preach, but man made proclamation to those who had already passed that he was God. To those who had already passed that. How? He didn't exist yet. What? How could they know? What? As they already knew of God. We're talking about people who didn't. Even if I'm wrong, you people are still stupid assholes. And it makes me less wrong. Because you guys still don't. You're talking out of your fucking ass here. And you're ignoring the main context of the whole thing. And took those who believed in him with him. If you don't believe it to be true, then why you're so. It doesn't matter how I feel about it. You guys are defending this, so you're calling me angry while you guys are being so defensive of this shit. While you're grasping at fucking straws to do so. Going way out of fucking context here. I mean, telling me why I'm angry is way out of context. Now you're going on about death being another stage. What does that have to do with anything? Or what does that have to do with people who lived before the biblical era of human history? I don't understand the atheist obsession with death. We don't. What are you talking about? What the fuck? You say there's nothing after death, no suffering, no paradise. You're just going on and on about nothing. Yeah. I don't understand what your problem is. I have no problem. I'm just stating. What's your problem? Why are you so defensive of autocorrect and the Bible? Yeah, I think that's pretty much covers it. Fucking stupid.